So our third film of the night was No One Gets Out Alive. And this is about a young woman who is an immigrant trying to live the American dream. And she ends up in this boarding house and she's working this shitty seamstress job and just cannot seem to catch a fucking break. And just when she thinks things couldn't get any worse for her, this boarding house turns into quite the nightmare.
That's right.
Yeah. So, I quite liked this one. Yeah. Like at first, I was thinking, okay. I should back it up. At first, I was like, oh, these are cool visuals. We kind of got some Flanagan-esque, creepy, like dead people with their glowy eyes and corners. And then that started to kind of get a little redundant to me. I was just like, okay, how many times are we going to see these guys? They just keep popping up. And there's also a decent amount of fake outs. Like, oh, this is happening, and then somebody wakes up, that kind of stuff. I'm not a big fan of that. It's like put it on screen or don't. Don't trick your audience. Don't do scares and then take them back. Like either the shit happened or it didn't happen. I rarely can appreciate like fake outs or dream sequences. Those just drive me insane. And this film had them. But what saved this film for me for sure was the ending. I think that the final act of this is very strong. And we get to see a very unique creature. Kind of reminded me of The Ritual, actually. And I just thought that the ending really brought a lot to it, and it was pretty violent. And even though there is a bad CGI moment,
It's really just one, though.
Yeah, if that would have looked better, the whole ending sequence would have been fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's just that was kind of a bummer because it did look so poor.
Yeah, that's kind of silly.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I've talked about many times in the past where it's like, I'm glad that they want to show it. Like I like the intent, like don't cut away, watch the whole thing unfold. But it's like, if you get it back from, the company that put the effects in there and they look that bad, you need to just make that decision being like, all right, I know we spent the money on it. I know my vision was that I wanted to see this happen, but I don't want to put this in my movie because it hurts the film.
Yeah.
Right?
It just takes you out of it.
It does. So it's just one of those moments where you have to just kind of bite the bullet. But I have a feeling it's like producers are like, no, we paid.
Yeah.
Like
most likely
$20,000.
Like we have to have that scene.
Yeah, it has to be in there. We didn't pay for it to not be in the film. I don't know. Whatever it is, it shouldn't have been in the film, or it should have just looked better. And if it looked better, I would be, singing its praises right now. But I also don't know how I feel about our main character. While I do find her character sympathetic enough, I mean, we can all, or a lot of us can relate to money issues and shit going wrong for us and, everything seeming to be against us. I didn't find her character to be too, like, I shouldn't say relatable, but charismatically likable.
I just kind of felt like we didn't get to know her enough, which is weird because it's,
it's like 99%
it's her, yeah. But there's just so much of her past that's kind of like left in the dark, and I do think that was intentional in a way. But I don't know. It's not hard to relate to her, but I agree, she's not as.
You know what it is? It's because we never see her interact with somebody positively.
Yeah.
The entire film is a total downer on her side. Yeah, so we never get to like see her full of life and happy and having like a fun interaction with somebody that makes her like likable.
There's like a couple. There's one scene that it sort of gets close to that when she's with her friend.
With her friend at the bar.
At the bar.
Barely.
And then the only other person that really treats her like well, I would say, is her uncle.
Sure,
but that's obviously
yeah.
you know, she has guilt for talking to him at all.
Sure, yeah, no. Throughout the film, she's either sad, mad, scared. You know, she never really invokes any kind of happiness or any kind, and that's fine. It's just I feel like that's what it needed.
Yeah.
Was for us to connect with her and want to get her to a place where she's happy like that.
Yeah.
And it's like we never get that from her. And I don't know, it just in the end I was just sitting there being like, I don't know really how I like feel about this girl. Like I did want to see her succeed. I wanted to see her get out of it because she's a human being and like I feel for her, but I didn't really particularly like her.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I wasn't like in love with her or anything, like, you know, but like you said, I did want her to succeed. I just
we needed Lupita in this film.
That's what I was just gonna say. Actually, is like the difference between like that character and this one is.
We're talking about Bingo Hell, which we watched earlier, and there's a wonderful character in that.
Well, and I think she's kind of supposed to be the character in this movie. She's which I don't remember her name.
Who? The main character?
Yeah. In this one.
Yeah.
Anyway, she's supposed to be kind of like an everyman, you know, sort of a blank slate which I think is why we don't get a lot of her backstory and like a lot of, you know, any time with her being happy.
Yeah, it's Ambar.
Oh, that's right. It is Ambar.
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 But the movie was super atmospheric, and I really dig
the ghost stuff is really cool
I
looking, and what we get revealed to us at the end is definitely something
super
very
cool.
unique and
Toro.
different. Yeah. So overall, I liked it. Yeah, I think that's where I'm at with it. Yeah. I liked it. I didn't love it, but I think just kind of putting all the things I liked together versus all the things that I was kind of whatever on. I think that it kind of just comes out to it was worth a watch. It's on Netflix. Came out 2 days ago, and if you like haunted house, ghost stuff with a unique kind of spin on things towards the end, nothing groundbreaking, nothing super original outside of that creature.
The creature's super cool.
Yeah.
I feel like it's worth it just for the ending, honestly, because it's just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the ending isn't amazing or anything, but it was cool.
It's more the design. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I think it's worth a watch, So, let us know if you watch it or if you already have. Anyways, bye.